My last day of high school was what? June 28th, 2018. It does feel stressful to think about it, that it's been 5 years. I feel like I need to say something poetic right now. I was 17, living in Barcelona with my family, but they were moving to LA. And I had no interest in moving to LA because I would have been going into my senior year of high school, moving across the world, having to start all new, yet again, meet completely new people. And those were going to be people I was supposed to graduate high school with, people I had just met. In the first 6 months after I dropped out, it was the best decision I ever made because every day was great. The World Cup was going on. I would watch soccer every day, go to the beach, hang out with my friends. I mean, it was summer break. I was working on a movie set as well, actually. I was interning on a movie, so I dropped out because I had no interest. I had no interest in restarting again. I had clearly gone down the path of doing what I wanted to do. I had the path towards making movies because I was an intern on a movie set. I had a path towards playing soccer professionally because I was playing soccer at a high level every day in Barcelona. And I just sat at the beach when I wasn't doing anything. My parents were not on board with this at all, but I was so determined to stay in Barcelona, to not give up the life I had, that I just refused to get on the plane with them. They literally, the day they left, they were trying to get me to get on the car, and I was pushing them off and giving them a hug at the same time. They were like giving me a hug, pulling me into the car. I was like, I actually pushed them off, and they knew I wasn't going with them, but they kept trying to get me to go. And I was determined to make a life out of what I had in Barcelona. Part of the problem is when I did this, I didn't have a plan. So I was looking for places to stay. In fact, man, at one point, my friend and his friend who had just moved to Barcelona were gonna get an apartment together. And as we went to go and put the down payment for the apartment that morning, his friend doesn't show up. And I'm asked, where is he? And he says that his friend had left and gone back home to Brazil. At the last minute, right before we were about to get our first apartment. That was almost too unbelievable in the moment for me to believe it. I thought it was a prank for the first 20 minutes. Were my parents concerned that I didn't have a plan? Yeah, every day they were concerned for me and would text me and call me and say, you should fly to LA and come be with us. And every day I would wake up concerned because a lot of the times I wasn't sure where I was gonna sleep that night. There were some real tough moments though, like when all my stuff got stolen. One of my friends was a tennis player who was staying with somebody else, and so I asked if I could leave my belongings with them for a day or two because I wanted to move lightweight, which is a backpack, when I was bouncing around different places, bouncing around different friends' places. And then the lady wouldn't let him give me my stuff back. She was like, there's too many good clothes here, there's too much, not that I own nice clothes, but she just wanted it, so she wouldn't let me have it back. So we had to go to like the local Walmart. It's not Walmart there, it's a different brand, but what's it called? Carrefour. We had to go to the Carrefour, buy a bunch of fake stuff, like a bunch of grocery bags with chips and stuff to make them look very voluminous, like they were really full. And then we snuck them into where my stuff was. And then we exchanged the bags. So we took the stuff out of like my stuff and put them in these grocery bags and swapped out the groceries for my stuff. And so then we could sneak my stuff out of this place where it was being kept. I had to steal my own stuff back. That was a stressful day. That was a really stressful day. Thinking that your stuff is being stolen from you, so you have to steal it back. Well, it was stolen from me. I had to steal my own stuff back. But it was fun, I'm not gonna lie. I'll never forget that, and that was a lot of fun. Not long after I dropped out of high school is when I started making YouTube videos in the first place, and now it's been almost 5 years, and I've tried making YouTube videos a number of times in between, but for some reason it feels like I'm making progress now, even though I've barely uploaded in the last year. It does feel like I'm making progress, like I know how to make videos now. Maybe it's because I just know successful YouTubers. I know what it takes to be a successful YouTuber because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes now. But ultimately, it feels like dropping out of high school was the right decision because I think now now it's really starting to pay off, or at least it's going to start to pay off soon. Soon being relative. In less than 5 years from now, it'll pay off. And that's soon for me. Yeah, I'm only 22 after all.